So the secret ending for Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally out, and what we get to see has gotten people confused and frustrated. First thing I want to talk about is the frustration, because I understand the frustration in the sense that it seems like the secret ending is trying to promote another title or another series. Nomura is probably going to start his very own series that is legitimately his, and obviously, or this could be, of course, him just reintroducing, of course, a new character to the series or something like that, something that was completely random and out of the fucking blue. Obviously, we knew about Yozora from the Toy Story stuff, but of course, him being so important that he will wind up being a part of the secret ending is definitely a curveball and a half, dudes. So I know the frustration and I understand it. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest and tell you that if this is to promote Verum Rex, another series Nomura wants to do, it's by all means fine because this is his game. However, it does piss me off that you used the secret ending when we already had a damn good and amazing trailer for the damn game within the Toy Story world. I felt like you could have left it there and that would have left enough people excited. As a matter of fact, I go back and watch it like probably once in a while to see like how good it all looks, because it just looks fucking amazing in the Toy Story trailer. I didn't need the secret ending to also be a promotion of course, Yozora, if that's what it's going to be called, or Verum Rex, if that's what it's going to be called. I think the Toy Story stuff was definitely enough. However, when it comes to the other side of things, I want to get into kind of explaining what I think is going on here. So, as you know, when I explain things, somehow I always get, well, for what we know, I've gotten pretty close with a lot of shit within Kingdom Hearts 3, and in other times I was either outright right or I was pretty close. In the same sense of how, spoiler alert, give you 5 seconds. In the same sense of how Lucio was the fucking... was my nigga Breg the entire time, yo. He was my nigga Zigbar the entire time. And I spoke about that. I said that, you know, I felt like the Master of Masters or Lucio could be Zigbar. I didn't talk about Lucio as much because of the whole eye patch thing and the characterization, how he acted and stuff. I thought that that meant obviously he should be the Master of Masters because they do have the same kind of mannerisms and things like that. But, however, it didn't wind up being the case that he was the Master of Masters, but rather Lucio. Although he isn't Lucio, of course, grown up, he's more so Lucio in the sense that he's taken over other people's bodies. So that was pretty interesting to find out about. But I want to go ahead and explain this. So within the Kingdom Hearts 3 secret reports, in report 13, the Lucio states that obviously with the summoning of Kingdom Hearts by Keyblade Wielder of Darkness, who summoned it, i.e. Master Xehanort, the Master of Masters would return, or he says he will return the Master of Masters, obviously. And we see in the secret ending that there's a person in a black coat that holds their hand up to the moon and shapes it to be a heart, symbolizing Kingdom Hearts. Well, with Yozora here, I found it very interesting that Yozora has a blue and brown or red eye that they definitely made sure that you saw or took note of, as of course it does zoom in on his face when they could have just showed him sitting there obviously from a good distance, so that way we can really get a good look at him and see, of course, if the black coated figure was with him. So if that winds up being Lucio, if the black coated figure is Lucio, and of course obviously Yozora is here, if they're both together, then if the black coated figure is Lucio, then that means Yozora could actually be the Master of Masters. Pause, because there's also another possibility that I want to touch on before I go any further with that. We do know that, of course, young Xehanort did visit the Toy Story world. It's potentially possible that Zigbar was there at some point too, or maybe, of course, due to the fact that he was connected, I say that with air quotes, connected to the Master of Masters, to Master Xehanort, that potentially he knew about the world of Verum Rex too, and potentially what could be happening here is that what we're seeing is no more than a future insight into what's going to be happening within the future of the series. We know that Verum Rex was nothing more than a video game within the Toy Story world, or the fake Toy Story world, and due to that fact, potentially it could be possible that what's going down here in this actual secret ending is the same thing that we know happens within Kingdom Hearts Key, in which the Book of Prophecies is creating this world and making it, you know, physical, so that that way people can traverse it and collect Lux. But rather than collecting Lux, we could be seeing these worlds be used, or this idea being used as the theme of the series going forward into the next saga, in which of course the Book of Prophecies creates these worlds, and it's up to Sora and Riku to chase down, of course, the Lost Masters or the Foretellers and Lucio Lushu and the Master of Masters through these constructions that are created by the Book of Prophecies. But reverting back to the original theory video, or the original idea or explanation, I think that Yozora could be the Master of Masters, as Lushu does state that he will return. And why is Yozora the main vocal point? Like, the whole secret ending isn't even called Verum Rex secret ending. It's literally labeled as Yozora, meaning that, of course, it could be that Yozora is the Master of Masters, as the blue eye seems to have returned to him. Of course, he's here in Shibuya with the 104 the 104 tower, and obviously, of course, the big ass tower that him and the organization figure are standing on, or sitting on and standing on. Of course, it could be that this is where he's been this entire time, inside the world of Verum Rex. Although it doesn't make sense that, of course, the whole Toy Story thing happened, unless they just wanted to kind of hint at, of course, this being the case, that was him. And also, look at how close the names are. Yozora, Sora. We've been thinking that there was probably some connection between the Master of Masters and Sora, and potentially this could be it. Yozora could also be where Sora's mom got Sora's name from. Yozora, Sora, and the Master of Masters could be his fucking father. But it could be something like that. I think it's very cool in the sense of where it may take the series, if this is supposed to be dedicated to the series rather than being a promotion for another title altogether, which again is pissing people off if that does wind up being the case, because I too don't understand why you would take up the secret episode. You already put a fucking phenomenal trailer. Like, they did an amazing job with the Verum Rex trailer in Toy Story. Why would you then also take that and make that the secret ending? It didn't need to be the secret ending if this isn't, of course, something that's going to be within the series, but some other title, and you're just interjecting Sora, Riku, and of course the new enemies, or of course the foretellers or the lost masters here, just so that way, of course, people will be interested. People was interested when we saw it back in, like, what, last March I think it was, or last April, sometime before June had came in, or last June probably. Yeah, I think it was last June when we saw it from people who actually went to, of course, the premiere event. When people uploaded that trailer, people were interested in it. So I don't think that, of course, this was even remotely needed. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. Just trying to take a shot in the dark at explaining what I think the secret episode is actually all about, or the secret ending, I should say, is all about. Come through to the stream if you're checking this video out. I'm going to be streaming the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going to be fighting Master Xehanort for the first time. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. We're going to be fighting Master Xehanort for the first time. And obviously, of course, if you're looking at this, hopefully you didn't spoil yourself. I already said spoilers and gave you 5 seconds. So don't be coming at me with that. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning into the video. I love you guys. Be easy. Don't forget to do a little A-class gaming. Everything you do, don't forget to keep it A-class. And this is your boy Amaziah, signing out.
What's left of me? What's left of me? And you and I, there's a new life.